Hello out there to all my artists. Now last week we discussed line, and this week we will discuss shape and form. Now you already know about 2D shapes, but we really haven't discussed form yet, and form refers to an artwork's 3D shape. Now this could refer to the artwork's literal 3D shape or to its implied 3D shape, like in this painting. Notice how it feels like you can see the whole city and the buildings have space. Now there's a few ways that we can show form or give the illusion of 3D shape, and that is with directional lines, which I'll show you in a second, shading, which we will go over a lot this year, and perspective or space. So notice how my hands look like they're in front of one another. We can see the space, and when I move my hand back, one is a lot smaller than the other one. That has to deal with perspective. We can use all of these things to show form. Continue watching the rest of this video to learn more about form and to learn how to do your activity.
So the first way we can show form, and I think the simplest way, is by using an implied line. An implied line is a line that's not really there, but we use to show the direction of the surface of an object. So I'm showing a curved line to make this circle look more like a sphere and look more three-dimensional. The second way to show form is through shading, or by adding highlights and shadows to an object. We know that the shape is still flat, but we're implying that it's three-dimensional because light only hits one side of an object and it will not light up the entire thing, casting a shadow on the opposite side. The last way to make your drawing look more three-dimensional is by using space or perspective. For this example, I'm starting with a small circle that's way far off in the distance so it looks smaller, and then making each circle a little bit bigger as I bring it down the page, and putting one circle in front of the other. When we piece all of these together, they start to look less like circles and more like balls actually existing on a plane. Now for your assignment, go into Seesaw and drag the two-dimensional shapes over to the shape side. And for any shape that shows form, drag it over to the side labeled form. After you have finished that, use the microphone to explain the different ways you can show form.